Good morning, everyone. Once again, this is Black Forest coming to you with another market analysis video. This morning, we're going to be looking at the GDP USD. Okay, but before we get started to break down this currency pair, we have to say that this video is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. Okay, but we all know why you guys are here. You guys are here to find good, credible Forex content that can help improve your ability as a trader and to help put a little bit of extra money in your pocket. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and break down this Forex. Let's go ahead and break down this chart, this currency pair. Okay. So GDP USD. Let's start off with the GDP with our fundamental analysis. Okay. Now the UK had some poor economic news that came out at the latter part of last trading week. We haven't had any definitive economic news for the GDP since the beginning of this trading week. So we're going to have to operate on the last news events that we had, which is poor, which is a reflection of what's going on with this economy. It's suffering from inflation, it's suffering from high gas prices, it's also suffering from the reversal negative effects of the sanctions that they placed on Russia. Those are having a negative effect on them more so than it's having on Russia, and is also suffered for an entire destabilization of the European continent's economy due to the Russian-Ukrainian war. Okay, so the British pound remains one of our weaker currencies during the mid part of this trading week. It's actually the weaker of the major three European currencies, which is the Euro, CHF, and the GDP. Okay. Now with the USD, we've had a lot of good positive news come out about the USD, more positive news than negative news. Some negative news has come out, but it has not overshadowed the positive news that we've had with the USD coming out for this trading week. So that means that the economic policies, measures, and interventions at the Fed and the US government are putting in place are actually starting to combat inflation effectively. Okay. Then we also see a lowering of gas prices. These lowering of gas prices is allowing consumers to spend less at the pump, more in the stores, more money they spending in the stores means there's more money going into the economy, and that means that the economy is growing. That means that strengthens the U.S. dollar. So we're going to have to see how these things play out as we get from the midpoint of our trading week to the latter part of our trading week. But everything is still looking good for strength to continue to rise with the USD. And also what we're waiting on is the news to come out between 8:15 and 8:30 on what's going to happen because we got some very high impactful news coming out. Okay. So now let us discuss what is happening on the chart. Okay. So since the beginning of this Ukrainian conflict, we've had a drop down of price. We did have an initial pickup here, but then, as we said it before, we came right back down here and stopped at this immediate area that we thought we was going to stop from before, because that's where price picked up from last time. Okay. Then we had an initial surge in price, which also then brought it back down. So now we're also having a push up. Okay. Now, we have not had any good positive news about the UK's economy that should give it any type of strength. So this is more so just looking like more retracement. So we may get as high as here or possibly even here or here before we come back down to this general area again. Okay. But we are having positive peace talks between Russia and Ukraine. They are all sitting down at the table. But even if they were to have a ceasefire today, the economic woes that's going on in the United Kingdom is a lot. So they're going to have to really, the government is really going to have to step up to try to take care of these economic issues that they're having in order for the British pound to start to gain any type of strength again. Okay. So what we're seeing here is retracement. Okay. Until we have really a break in this area right here, any buys, any up moves that you see still belongs to the sellers. Okay. Until we get a break in this area right here. Let's just go to clear the air. Till we get a break in this area here, any up moves that you see go belongs to the sellers. So this may go up to here and go back up to here before it comes. comes crashing down again, or we can just get as high here before it starts coming back down again. Okay, so this right here is still looking more so on the sell side than it's looking at for price turnover. Because if this was the case, we would have continued up to this direction here, came down here, and then continued to go up, breaking this entire market structure area and heading towards the long side. But every time we have a pickup, we get slapped down immediately. Every time we have a pickup, we get slapped down immediately. So that's letting us know that the sellers, the high player sellers, are still here shorting this. And even though we're having a pickup in price, we may get it up to here or here. This is going to still be prime for short positions. Okay, until we start to see what the UK government is going to do actively to strengthen its economy, which in turn is going to strengthen its currency, we're still going to be here for short and selling positions. Okay, hope this information was helpful for you guys. Happy trading.